So, Seattle, all roads lead to this one. Our headline fight, the middleweights, Joe Pyfer against Israel Adesanya. Right, this is a great fight. Great fight, right? Joseph Oliver Bodybag Pyfer. He is 29, 6'2", 75-inch reach, 15-3 pro record. Fought on the Contender Series twice, right? Got that contract. He's 6-1 in the UFC on a 3-fight win streak, right? So he originally fought in August 2020. I think it was a dislocation of his shoulder in the first round from a slam. So he lost that to Dustin Stolfus. Right? So he fought one time in CFFC, December 2021. Second round knockout. Got another shot at the Contender. July 2022. Knocked out Ozzy Diaz in the second round. Got himself a contract. Made that debut 2 months later, September, right? 2022. And that was a big thing because that was after no one else delivered, right? And Dana gave that speech, be like Joe Pyfer. Right? And Joe was just like, yo, I want to fight straight away. Give me that. And he did it. He got that fight, right? And he delivered. He knocked out Alan Adamowski, first round, September 2022. Right? He then stopped Gerard Mearshart, first round knockout, April the following year. And, then they had a grappling fight and he won that. You know what I mean? Right? Fought Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, beat him. Got an arm triangle. There was a lot of back and forth around that one. Performance of the night. Then he had his first main event for the UFC against Jack Hermansson in February 2024, the 10th of February 2024. Lost that fight, right? That was not a great fight. He was a little one note in that fight, right? And it got to a point where he was just looking for the knockout and it was very predictable. Now, he came back, right? Stopped Marc-Andre Barrial. Got a performance of the night. He then fought Kelvin Gastelum, got the win there. Now, he was winning the fight. He, again, did get a little one note. But he kind of dominated the fight. You know what I mean? If Gastelum wasn't tougher, wasn't as tough, let's say, he probably would have got a stoppage. So then he knocks out Abus Magdamedov, second round, another performance of the night. That was October last year. So Joe, there's been ups and downs. There's been some missteps, but he's kept on winning. Kept on winning, doing his thing, right? He's had some submissions, you know what I mean? But essentially he wants to knock you out. Right, that's the big thing with body bags. Right now, everyone knows who he's going up against. Right, Israel Modaje Odayayo Adesanya. Right, the last style winner. Man, I was watching Izzy in glory. Right, just the dynamicism of him was so spectacular. So you knew he was going to be special when he came to MMA, and he was. Right? He's 36, 6'4", 80-inch reach. So, these two match up very well. Right? Izzy has the reach advantage, a 5-inch reach advantage. Right? He's 2 inches taller. Now, he is seven years older. Right? Yeah, 7 years older. But what experience, right? 24-5 overall record. He is 13-5 in the UFC. Now, he might be on a 3-fight skid, but he's a 2-time champion. You know what I mean? He's a 2-time middleweight champion. He poked the bear, right? But he then got a win back over that bear. You know what I mean? And probably in one of the most important times as well. So that's Izzy, man. He's been in tough fights. He reached for that light heavyweight. It didn't quite work out. But he's faced adversity and he's come through. So Izzy is legit, right? Izzy is legit. And people think he's done. I don't think Izzy's done, man. I think Izzy has got a lot left. Well, maybe not a lot, right? But he's got enough. Like a lot would be, he's going to be around for the next 5 years. I don't think that. But I think he's still got enough to show some people. You know what I mean? Look, he defended the belt 6 times. You know what I mean? Defended the belt 6 times, right? He beat Yo Romero. Paulo humiliated Costa, right? When Costa was a wrecking machine. You know what I mean? Marvin Vittori, Whittaker again, Jared Cannonier, right? They are beasts. Has the big win over Alex. You know what I mean? So, even with the losses, right? He's fought Strickland, Drakus, Nassadim, all beasts. So it's just that level of competition Izzy has been in those fights. He's been in those fights and he's looked like he was winning the Duplessis fight. Right? He looked good in the Imavov fight until he got caught. And I kind of feel it was a bit of an early stoppage in that one. You know what I mean? I do. Because there was a minute where he was nearly out against Strickland and he came back. Right? So, never count Izzy out, people. And I think, right, as I said, we have seen Pyfer look a little bit one note, right? A little bit stuck in a couple of fights, right? Where he can't quite work out, how can I get this one done, right? What do I need to do? I'm going to go for the knockout, right? And that's all he does. And I think Izzy can confuse you. You know what I mean? Like, Izzy has that ability to confuse someone. Izzy has fought against every style you can think of. And I think he's still got a few tricks. I think this may be not necessarily a fight too early for Pyfer. But I think it's one of them fights where it's just like, maybe he can get that win on some days, but it's not a given fight, right? Where a lot of people may think it's a given. I don't think it is. And so I think that potentially the Pyfer camp might be a little bit complacent. They might look at that, you know what I mean, those 3 crosses on Adesanya's wiki page and think, we got this. This is going to be a cakewalk. Yeah, I think that thinking is a mistake. And I think Izzy is going to turn back the clock a little. I think Izzy's going to do his thing. I think Izzy's going to get a win. And you know what? I would not be mad if we see another retirement on Saturday night. Right now, I think I read somewhere that I think it's Henry Cejudo thinks that if he loses, he retires. I kind of feel if he wins, wouldn't be a bad fight to retire on. Because there's nothing more for Izzy to prove. He was a great kickboxer. He's a great MMA champion. I think he won the belt in kickboxing as well. I'm not quite sure. I think he did. But even if he didn't, right, he's still legit. You know what I mean? Like, Izzy has nothing to prove. He is a martial artist. He's a phenomenal martial artist. So if he wins on Saturday night and lays those gloves down, you just need to say thank you, right? For everything that he has given up. Because he's not one of those people that fought just once a year, right? And don't get me wrong, Makhachev is a great fighter, but he's not prolific, right? He don't fight a lot. Izzy fought a lot, right? And you couldn't say that was the detriment. That was the thing that brought on the losses, right? But Izzy just wanted to challenge himself, right? Izzy wanted to entertain. And yeah, if he retires on a win, congratulations, man. Because Izzy's gonna get to the Hall of Fame for sure, right? Izzy will be Hall of Fame first ballot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, even with a loss, retire, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. But people, I think Saturday night, Izzy pulls it out. I think he pulls it out. I think he fucks up a lot of people's parlays, right? And he rides off into the sunset. I'm saying Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, one more time. Winner.